It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got Marshawn Lattimore.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Lance going to put it up right away. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry for Elijah Mitchell. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback... Now a hit and a loose football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
Bringing them out, CD, in his second year now out of Texas A&M. Here's Kellen Mond.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Saints had 5 and 6 to start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got it, not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the play fake, Mond.
Rolling to his left.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 13 carries, 68 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
He completes it to Olave.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that, with that big, wide body of his, didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A give running right is Mitchell. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard up to the 49. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Lance looking to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Shifts by him. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Going to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Mon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Mon. Open man is Michael Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mon looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mond out of the shotgun. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to...
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furious. On the sidelines, what do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Automatic first down.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance, and the grab by Croft. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lance. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now it's the backup Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. And coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Lance. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Lance again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
First down, Winston.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
third down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Lance now on first down. Complete to Hilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Lance going to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On play action, Lance. This is caught by Hilton. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Final play of the half here. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Gold with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 39 D. Touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. There comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Lance looking to throw it. Steps away to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, Kamara. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now, but they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Winston again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And again, it does in there, and it's a first down, 49ers. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, first down. Right back to Mitchell here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. T.Y. Hilton.
fourth touchdown on the year. And the Niners are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Winston now.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
The pass caught by Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
After the sack on first down, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
To throw, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Kamara. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. And they'll turn to Kamara.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Check white. Black one. Quick. Yellow.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he's got room.
Touchdown, 49ers.
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Now gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? Motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Olave hauls it in.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Winston. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Offense back out and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Winston to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. Got an open man, it's Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. First down throw for Winston. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk... sidelines, we take a break.
2nd and 16.
Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Javon Kinlaw able to...
Second sack of the afternoon.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.